You drop your keys, and immediately you're greeted by wet, enthusiastic licks. It's a familiar routine, defined by that distinct sandpaper-like texture. For as long as humans have kept pets, we've interpreted this greeting as a display of affection. It is the canine behavior we find most relatable. Biologically, however, a dog's tongue is a sophisticated sensory tool. It is shaped by evolution to perform specific physiological tasks that go far beyond our social interpretations. When we rely on these assumptions, we overlook the subtle data being shared. That wet tongue serves as a real-time barometer of a dog's physical state and mental clarity. Interpreting these movements solely through a human lens creates a gap in our understanding. It can obscure the actual biological signals a dog is broadcasting to its environment. A dog's tongue works in tandem with 300 million scent receptors. It doesn't just taste, it actively gathers biological data, pulling chemical information from the salty, microscopic particles on our skin. Tucked inside the nasal cavity is the Jacobson's organ. This structure processes chemical aromas undetectable to humans. When a dog opens its mouth, it alters how air travels, maximizing molecule flow to this organ, making the dog a high-efficiency data collection machine. This physical act also triggers an internal chemical shift. The repetitive motion of licking prompts the canine brain to release endorphins and dopamine. It functions as a self-soothing mechanism, similar to tapping a foot or biting your nails to regulate stress. Humans often reinforce this through operant conditioning. A lick usually earns a pet or a verbal response, teaching the dog that this physical action leads to a positive result. This means a typical greeting is actually a dual-purpose biological event. It chemically rewards the dog while allowing them to scan for detailed information. This instinct is hardwired from birth. A mother's tongue is the first thing a puppy feels, providing the physical stimulation required to jumpstart its breathing and digestion. As the animal matures, this survival tactic scales into a complex social language. It's a hierarchy inherited directly from the structures of ancestral wolf packs. In the wild, lower-ranking wolves stretch to lick the muzzle of a dominant pack member. It's a social gesture demonstrating respect to the leader. Modern domestic dogs utilize these same ancestral postures. Whether they are greeting a human or another dog, they are following an ancient physical script. We see this in active submission. The darting tongue pairs with lowered ears and a crouched posture to inhibit aggression. This contrasts with passive submission, where a dog rolls onto its back. Exposing the belly and tucking the tail is the ultimate signal of surrender. Every lick to the face is an execution of this survival script. The dog uses these physical cues to establish safety and confirm the hierarchy within their pack. Precisely because licking is a powerful chemical soothe, it's often the first physiological reflex a dog employs when they're in pain or distress. Out-of-context behaviors, like persistent lip smacking or obsessive licking of the floor, are frequently precursors to gastrointestinal issues and nausea. Relentless licking of a specific paw or limb is a localized response. It is a sign the dog is trying to comfort an area affected by underlying pain, dermatitis, or skin allergies. In senior dogs, this behavior can be a primary symptom of canine cognitive dysfunction. For an aging brain, repetitive, aimless licking is a significant indicator of cognitive decline. Identifying when a lick is concerning depends heavily on the surroundings. A healthy lick is situational. It happens during a greeting and then stops, whereas a compulsive lick persists regardless of the social context. Healthy boredom can be redirected with treat-filled puzzle toys to satisfy that hardwired instinct. It's also important to remember that because their tongues are investigative tools, we must keep human lotions and toxic creams away from their reach. Understanding the chemistry behind the kiss changes how you interact with your dog. It turns you into a fluent translator of their health, ensuring that they live a safer and more comfortable life.